Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news. Geopolitics will suck up all the headlines this week, but we will focus on how the world's economies are faring. Over the weekend, China released its July CPI data. It rose just 0.4% from June to be unchanged from a year ago. These numbers are being suppressed by Beijing's subsidy programs. Food prices fell marginally in the month to be 1% less than a year ago. Beef prices, however, rose 3.6% on that annual basis. Sheep meat prices fell 1.4% and milk was down 1.3%. Meanwhile, overall Chinese producer prices deflated quicker, down 3.6% from a year ago. Producer purchase prices were down 4.5%, taking it to almost 3 years of continuous monthly declines. That's serious deflation. More globally, the July World Food Price Index inched higher, but that masked record high prices for meat proteins, and those were driven by beef and sheep prices. Dairy prices eased back from June, but only slightly, and they remain very near record levels too. And Canada released its July labour market report over the weekend, showing 1.6 million people unemployed there for a jobless rate of 6.9%. That's high, even if it is stable, and the number of people employed fell by 41,000, with a drop of 51,000 in full-time jobs and a rise of 10,000 in part-time jobs. The decline was mostly amongst 15 to 24-year-olds. In Japan, June data for household spending rose 1.3% from the same month a year ago, but it was down sharply from a 4.7% increase in May, forecast for just a 2.6% rise. Taiwan's export performance continues to astound. Exports from the island nation surged 42% in July from a year ago to a record $57 billion, following a 34% increase in June. They were expecting only a 29% rise on this basis. By any measure, this strength is quite remarkable, and it is all built on electronics. And global reinsurer Swiss Re says 2025 is shaping up to incur weather and climate losses exceeding $150 billion after a record $80 billion in the first half. That would make it the costliest year since 2011, when the New Zealand and Japanese earthquakes occurred, but by far the costliest were just climate impacts. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 4.28%, down 1 basis point from Saturday and up 6 basis points for the week. And the price of gold will start today at $3,398 an ounce, up $3 from Saturday. But that built to a $51 gain for the week, or up 1.5%. And American oil prices have slipped back again, down 50 US cents to just under $63.50 a barrel, while the international Brent price is now just over $66 a barrel. These are more than $3.50 lower for the week. And the Kiwi dollar is now at 59.5 US cents, down 10 basis points from Saturday, up 0.5 cent from a week ago. Against the Aussie, we're up 10 basis points at 91.3 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're unchanged at 51.1 euro cents. That all means that a trade-weighted index starts today at just on 67.3, unchanged from Saturday, and up 20 basis points for the week. You can get more news about the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.